welcome to another episode of Laugh and Be Blessed with your hosts, Jake and Chia Rubel.
Hello, friends.
This is going to be a weird episode.
Yeah.
Because we are, pinched for time between you, because you had to sleep.
Yeah.
But we have to go to Jasmine's match. She keeps yelling at me. It's not a game, it's a match. So we have to go to Jasmine's tennis match. But we wanted to make sure that we got this week's episode out. Also, Chi is incredibly tired because she worked last night. She's been working a lot, and then she just now woke up. She's having her coffee. I just had way more stress than I should have had.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it should not have, and it was good for a while. So, for those of you that have been following me on Twitch and I've done a couple Facebook lives and stuff like that, and made a couple posts. I'm currently in the process of putting together my dad's, it's mine now, 1964 Harley Davidson Panhead. So, as you guys know, Chia's truck is finished. Mm-hmm. It's running now.
Took it to work last night.
She drove to work. How was it?
It's good.
It's smooth, right?
Yeah.
What, so I know that you want to, obviously we need to put a dash cover in it.
Mm-hmm.
New headliner.
Mm-hmm.
And then a new Apple CarPlay. You want that in there. Is there anything else that you noticed that you're just
the shifter's a little stiff.
The shifter stiff?
Yeah. Especially when you go from neutral to first.
Well, it's a brand new clutch.
Yeah.
Felt fine whenever I was driving it.
Oh, okay.
Maybe you're not pushing the clutch in all the way.
Maybe not.
Yeah, you got to go lower to the floor.
Maybe I'll need to get my seat a little closer.
Maybe, yeah. You haven't been driving a stick for a while. You know, it's been a while. But we got that finished, and then the plan was that I was going to get started on our 67 Mustang this week. I'm trying to get all of our projects done.
Mm-hmm.
We've got the Suburban is finished now. The Dodge is running now, so the Mustang was the next project, and then I was going to do the Bel Air, and then I was going to do the Harley.
Mm-hmm.
However, the other day, I was at my mom's house for Mother's Day, and my stepdad has, I don't know, I think it's like an 07 or an 09 Ultra Classic Harley Davidson, and he was like, have you ever ridden a full-size bike like this? And I said, no. I said, I've really just ridden choppers and, the Sportster that I had. So he throws me the keys, and he's like, well, take it for a ride. And about 2 minutes into that ride, I was like, yeah, I have to get a fucking bike again.
Yeah.
I'm so ready to have a bike again.
Yeah.
Which I have been hinting at for a while that I would like to get a bike again.
Mm-hmm.
But once I got on it, I was like, I have to get something. So then I came home, and I was like, all right, well, I'm just going to get the Panhead going.
Yeah.
So my dad, after he had a stroke, he gave me his Panhead and all the parts that he had with it. Now, this was over 10 years ago. Where his Panhead was at our family property. We'd moved the bike and the parts up to his house, and he helped me work on it a little bit there. And then it went from his house to my buddy Will's house, and Will had it for close to a year, and then he moved. And then it went from Will's house to our house. So it's moved multiple times while it's been in pieces. So I've been trying to get my dad to come over for years to just be like, dude, just point and tell me what parts go where.
Yeah.
It's been not going well. So I just decided I'm just going to figure this out myself. I've got books. I've got YouTube. I've got my buddy. So Big Earn is my homie that lives in California. He's got I think his is a 55 Panhead.
Mm-hmm.
That was his dad's. So I've been texting him, and then he's texting his dad, and they're kind of helping me a little bit. And I've almost got it to where I can start it.
Mm-hmm.
I've almost finished the clutch and everything. There was a couple little pieces that I was like, man, if dad would just be here to help me, I know I could get this. So I kind of made a post on Facebook that was basically talking about how I'm trying to figure it out. Well, one of my dad's best friends for a long time, I don't really know if they hang out anymore, but they've been friends forever.
Mm-hmm.
He saw the post and he commented on it and was just like, Chainsaw, come get this bike running for your boy. Because that's my dad's nickname.
Yeah.
And I replied to it and I was like, man, I've been trying forever to get him to do that, and he won't do it. And he was like, I'm calling him right now. And I guess he did.
Oh.
So, which I didn't realize till today.
Yeah.
So Dad got back a hold of me after I've texted him a few times about the bike, and he got back a hold of me and was like, hey, I'm going to come over today and we'll see what we can do with that bike. And I was like, that's awesome. So I wait around all day, feeling like I'm a 12-year-old kid again.
Yeah.
Waiting for my dad all day. Never shows up. I text him at like 4:30, 5 o'clock, and I'm like, hey, Pop, like, you not going to be able to make it today? What's up? And he's like, oh, I ran into an old buddy of mine. We were talking about some truck. I'll see what I can do tomorrow. And then the next day, I messaged him and was just like, you think you're going to come over today? And I don't know, something about his dog. I don't know. So then last night, I was just like, well, I'm free until 5 o'clock tomorrow. So if you come over in the morning, we'll have all day where we can mess with this.
Yeah.
You don't really have to do anything. Just sit in a chair and point.
Yeah.
Like, that's all I need you to do. And if you could just do it once and just say what goes where, I could do the rest. And so then this morning, I'm like, we'll see. I get up, take the kids to school, come back home. I'm kind of, she gets off work. She comes home. I'm like, I'm still tired, but I don't want to go to bed because what if Dad does show up? But then I got to the point where I'm like, he's probably not going to. And it's, again, like, I'm used to it. I'm 40 years old now. It's not like I'm talking shit about him. I just know how he is. He's going to find something else that he'd rather do.
Yeah.
And he's going to do that. So I get back in bed, lay down with you, start watching YouTube. You go to sleep. I'm about to fall asleep. And he texts me. I'm on my way. And I'm like,
Of course.
of course.
Yeah.
Like, as soon as all right, whatever. I get up, get dressed, get out there. He comes in, like, for the first 45 minutes, I feel like it's going great. Like, he's pointing at stuff, we're laughing, he's telling stories. I'm, like, trying to record a little YouTube video and stuff, so I've got, like, video of him telling me stories about the bike, video of us kind of putting it together and everything. But then he starts I don't know if he was getting pissed at me or what was going on, but it was like, there's certain parts of the bike that I guess either he gave to me or he thinks he gave to me, and I don't know. Maybe he did give them to me.
Yeah.
We've moved multiple times since then. The bike has moved more than we have since then. Maybe I either lost them, maybe I sold them. I don't know.
Yeah.
I kept everything that he said goes with the bike together in like one tote, and I never got rid of anything out of that tote.
Yeah.
I still have it. So in my mind, I'm like, if anything I got rid of, because over the years I would collect other things.
Yeah.
Like other people would be like, oh, you got a vintage Harley here. I've got these could go with it, or this could go with it. And people would give me stuff. And at one point in time, I had way too much stuff.
Yeah.
For the bike. We had nowhere to put everything. I had like multiple sets of like fenders and gas tanks and all kinds of stuff. And I sold some of it, not a lot of it. It was a very small amount that I'd sold for like $900.
Yeah.
And it was for like 2 tanks or something like that.
I remember this now because we had to go to the UPS store and ship them, right?
I feel like it, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, those weren't.
No, those were ones that I got from somebody else, right?
Yes.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
I know for sure.
Yes. So that's what I thought, but I wasn't 100%. So I was going to, maybe I was like, maybe I did get rid of them. I don't know. Maybe he did. Maybe we just lost them over time, or maybe Will needed them. Because if it was a situation where Will had a bike that he needed some stuff, I don't care to give it to him. And even if I did give it to him and he sold the bike, I don't care. I'm not mad.
Yeah.
And I don't think that's what happened.
No, I know that's not what happened.
Yeah. I'm just saying, I'm assuming I never got him.
Yeah.
I think. Oops.
What?
It's Will, or Christopher.
Oh.
I just told him I'll call him later. So I kind of feel like Dad was getting irritated, feeling like I got rid of shit, but also like, even if he did give me all of that, it was mine.
Yeah.
I'm keeping and I try to explain that to him. I'm like, because he's like, well, those were like the stock tanks. You could get like $500 for those. And I was like, yeah, but I don't care about that.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to make money here. And he's like, yeah, but it'd be cool to have it with the bike. And I'm like, sure, it would have been cool. But also, I don't I don't like the bike because of what it is. I like
Mhm.
the bike because of the memories I have with it. And the memories I have with it are with these parts.
Yeah.
The parts that I know for sure that I have because that's what I grew up with. So it's not like we got in a fight or got in an argument or anything like that. And it's not like he left on bad terms. It was just like it went from I really enjoy working on these things
Yeah.
to being like I feel like I'm in trouble now.
Yeah.
Like, and I was just like, this is not going the way that I wanted it to. But, you know, he did help me figure out some parts. He told me some cool stories. I've got some video and some pictures of me and him working on it together. Today was a success.
Yeah.
I just, sometimes it's really hard. Me and him, our personalities sometimes butt heads a little bit. And again, we never argued. We never fought.
Mhm.
We told each other we loved each other whenever he left. Well, I told him I loved him.
Yeah.
I mean, he didn't say it, but you know, it left. But it was kind of weird because he just kind of like walked to his car and got in his car and started it up. And I walked over there. I was like, "You leaving?" And he's like, "Yeah, I told you I had to go." And I was like, "I don't think you said that,
Yeah.
but maybe I missed it. I'm all
Yeah.
right. I love you, Pop. Thanks for coming over. You know, I'll let you know whenever I get it back together." But that honestly kind of put me in a weird. Which this always happens whenever I spend time with him.
Yeah, he's okay in small doses, but if he's with you for too long.
And it's just, I mean, really, it's something that I know that I need to work on because I can't control whatever it is that me and him got.
Yeah.
I can't control that.
Yeah. You
The
can
only
just
thing I can do is look at it and be like, he's alive, he's
yeah.
here, regardless of how our time, how it's not really quality time every time,
Yeah.
but like at least I have these moments.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's like in the grand scheme of things, one day I'm going to look back and I won't remember the irritations. I'll just remember, yeah, my dad helped me work on this bike.
Yeah.
But today it did kind of, it was just like, well, fuck, dude, I thought this was going to be like a cool thing that me and you were going to kind of do together. And I just feel like you're mad at me.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like you're upset with me about something. And I kept telling him, like, man, it's fine. Like, I just want to get the bike running.
Right.
Like, I don't care about all the other extra stuff. And he would agree with me. He's like, yeah, let's just get it running. Let's just get it running. And then he would be like, well, this is not right. And I'm like, well, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm doing, man.
Yeah.
Like, I'm trying here. So, but he left, you know, and I guess I got accomplished what I wanted.
Yeah. You got some
And
stuff done.
yeah, I got some. I'm closer. I'm closer. So
Yeah.
Will said he's got the other stuff that I think I need to finish it. I think Will does have. So we will. I'll get it running. But I feel like the last time that I started messing with this,
Mm-hmm.
and I feel like almost the exact same thing happened to where I started, and this has been 7 years ago or something.
Yeah.
But I feel like I started messing with it, and I got about this far on it, and he came over,
Mm-hmm.
and we got in an argument, and I bought that Sportster.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try real hard not to be. Luckily, we don't have money right now.
Right.
Because if we had money right now, I'd just be like, "Fuck it, I'm going to buy a bike." So I don't know. It just put me in like a really weird mood. Like I'm not mad.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just this is just one of the things I have to work through. Like, you know, I think we didn't get into this stuff with my therapist whenever
Yeah.
we talked about stuff. It was mostly like we both agreed on my relationship with dad, and then it just kind of we talked about other stuff, and then I don't know. But now I'm like, damn, I wish I still had my therapist to where I could call him and be like, hey man, so this is what happened. Could you just help me work through this shit?
Yeah.
Because therapy is very important, kids.
Yes.
Just a heads
Very
up.
important.
Like, I know that anyone who's listened to all of the episodes of this knows that if you listen to every episode from the beginning, there's definitely a track that I take where I'm very confused and angry and sad and all these different things, and then it slowly starts going to a different direction, and then I get a therapist, and then I've been good since,
Yeah.
and I'm still good. I'm not gonna let this like.
Really get to you.
I think it's more of just like what I want the relationship to be,
Yeah.
and then it just doesn't happen, and it's almost like I'm setting myself up for failure.
I mean, I don't think you're setting yourself up for failure, but your dad is who he is, and then on top of all that, like he did have the stroke and he does have brain damage, and so I think he gets frustrated to the point where there's big gaps in his life due to the lifestyle he led and also to his stroke. So then he gets frustrated, and then instead of admitting, like, oh, okay, well, that might happen or something, he doubles down.
I mean, yeah.
Which, when's your dad's birthday? March 20th?
Yeah.
I think he's at Aries.
I don't know.
So
I,
that would make sense.
I don't know. I mean, I'm not trying to shit on him or anything, and like I said, it's just one of those things that, and there's always a
Oh, he's
specific
a
conversation.
Pisces.
There's always a specific conversation that comes up that's kind of a family thing
Mm-hmm.
that is twisted,
Yeah.
and I can't talk to him about it because
Yeah.
then he gets really mad about it, and it's just I don't know what to do in those situations, so I just ignore him and let him just kind of ramble and do his thing,
Mm-hmm.
and I think that's where it turned
Yeah.
because I wasn't responding. Like, as soon as you started doing that, I got out of rag and just started wiping down the bike
Yeah.
and was just like doing other things and just completely ignoring him. But that's what I do in those situations because, like, that has nothing to do with me.
Well, no matter how you respond with that situation, you can either do the absolute wrong thing and agree with him, but that just amps him up more,
Yeah.
or you can disagree with him, which amps him up more, but in a different direction.
Yeah. So literally, I just,
So there's really nothing you can do other than not respond, and at least it doesn't get him all worked up.
yeah, 100%. But, you know, that's where I'm at today. So,
Yeah.
but I feel good about the bike. I do think I'm going to get it running again. I think that there are parts that I am going to have to buy for it, which I knew that. We knew that. I
Yeah.
mean, also, Dad had it taken apart for years before he even started back in on it. So it's
Mhm.
like, who knows? There's no way he remembers.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's what he was telling me. He was like, Jake, I haven't taken this thing apart in 30 years. You know, it's been 25 years since I've taken it apart or
Yeah.
something like that. He's like, I'll try to remember. So it's like, it's been forever that it's just been like this, but we'll get it figured out. And I'm confident I will get it running.
Well, yeah.
And I will, at some point, I will ride it. But, you know, the more and more I do get into it, the more and more I'm like, yeah, 2007 Ultra Classic would be pretty nice to just jump on and push a button, start it, and ride. This is not going to be that. I mean, this is going to be a bike that is not a daily rider. Like,
Yeah.
it's maybe, who knows? Like, maybe I'll love doing it because it is a bike where it's like you ride it to town and then you come back and you have to get a wrench and tighten everything back down
Oh, yeah.
because oh yeah, it'll just rattle it.
Yeah.
Because it's just an old bike. Like, that's just the way that they are. So, but I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna figure it out on my own.
Yeah.
He helped me a little bit. I've got a couple other buddies that are helping me here and there, and I'm gonna put this thing together and I'm gonna ride it. And then I'll buy another bike that I can
Yeah.
ride comfortably.
And I'll ride it once the kids are all adults.
Yeah, and that's, you know, a lot of people ask me about that. Like, you know, Junior has brought it up a couple times. You think she will get on the back of it with you? And I'm like, she won't, and it's fine. I'm not gonna push her.
Yeah.
And you know, I get it. I totally understand.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think you're wrong in that. I mean, I could pull out of the driveway and someone's an idiot.
Yeah.
You know, come flying over that hill without me seeing them or something,
Yeah.
and who knows? Um, so I just love riding bikes. I
Yeah.
just can't help it.
I get it. I mean, the appeal is there.
Yeah. Well, we both come from,
Yeah.
like, your dad was, you know, your dad rode a bike.
Yeah.
I think your dad had an old shovel head.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we've been around it. It's just kind of
Well, I never got to be around.
right. I mean,
he wasn't allowed on the bike once we came into the picture.
yeah, yeah.
Sound familiar?
Well, not really. I mean, you let me get bikes.
Yeah.
You fought me on it a
I
little
was,
bit, but
I
you
was gonna
didn't.
say it was more me conceding and just being like, "Fine, do whatever you want to do."
Yeah, that's the only thing I think in our relationship that I've ever done that I knew that you didn't really want me to do. But it was just a thing to where I was like, I get where you're coming from,
Mm-hmm.
but also, like, you don't know how much I want this.
Yeah. No,
It's
there's one other thing that you've done that I just was like, "Fine, whatever."
I don't know if I want to
And
ask.
guns.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you were probably right about that.
Yeah.
I could give a shit about any of those.
Yeah.
I mean, they're all locked up in a safe, but
Yeah.
like I don't care about any of them.
Yeah.
Like I was even looking the other day on Facebook Marketplace to see if there's a Harley that somebody has that I could just trade my guns for.
I would be more okay with that.
Yeah. Which I do think that some of them, not all of them, because some of them are family guns.
Yeah.
But there's a couple of them that I'm like, yeah, I would totally get rid of those for a
Yeah.
bike. Like, I don't do anything with them.
No.
Once a year,
Yeah.
if that.
Yeah.
I didn't even go this year. I
Yeah.
don't think.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, so it's like once a year I shoot them.
You were going to, but like you got up too late or something. You're like, I don't feel like leaving the house.
I just also, it's like the only reason I really enjoy it is just spending time with my uncles.
Yeah.
Like that's the only reason I really go. It's not like I enjoy. Like the gun thing is just not me.
Yeah.
And it never has been.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's just like, I mean, there's an American like cool factor to it that you're just like, yeah, this feels American. Like this feels cool.
Yeah, does it?
Yeah. But that's it. But that's it. Like there's no, we have proper, I could go shoot them anytime.
Yeah.
I never do.
I think people get surprised whenever this comes up, and I'm, every once in a while, and I like talk about you having guns and stuff. They'll be like, oh, do you go shoot them? I'm like, no, I don't like guns.
Yeah.
And they're like, why? I'm like, I don't like them. Like you want to get a weapon, and like truly me look at you and be like, oh my God, that's so cool. Get really good at archery.
Yeah. I thought you were going to say a sword, like a cool sword.
I mean, that'd be cool too.
Yeah.
Some nunchucks.
Yeah. I think you're just trying to make me a Ninja Turtle is what's happening here. Yeah.
Whatever the stick is.
Whatever the stick. Staff? Bow staff?
Bow staff. I think that's it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Just do a little bit of that.
Okay. I'll work on that.
Well, not too much different has been going on with me. I passed my creative writing class.
Yay.
I actually got an A in it. Shocker, I haven't got an A in anything in a long time. We have our like huddles before work, and every once in a while they'll talk about scanning compliance with medications and who got 100% scanning compliance, meaning like you scan your patient's wristband, you scan the medications were correct. I get 100% on that all the time, and anytime like they'll like be going over names and I'll be listening. They'll be like, oh, and she got 100%. I'm like, yeah, you better, because that's the only thing I've consistently got an A on in my entire life. So, I was talking to another nurse about it for one time, and he's like, oh, that's not big a deal. For one, yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Scan your medications. Make sure you're given the right medications.
Of course.
But two, I was like, listen, I'm a high school dropout, and I got through nursing school by the skin of my teeth. So yeah, I want that 100%.
Yeah.
Every time.
Yeah. I mean, it's a good feeling.
Yeah.
Like to know, and that was a class that you wasn't even sure how good you were going to do in.
Yeah,
you thought you were going to make me do it all.
Oh yeah, and I did it all 100.
You did
like
it all.
I didn't have you do any of it.
No, and not just that. You did like a really good job. Like the stories you read to me and stuff. Like those were really good.
I mean, they were decent. I don't think he read them.
Well, maybe not, but I liked them. I thought they were really good.
I never got any feedback on them.
You're always so hard on yourself. They were decent. No, they were good.
I mean, I'm a realist.
Yeah.
That's all there is to it.
I mean, no, you're not.
Yeah, I am.
No, you're a pessimist.
I'm not a pessimist.
When it comes to you, you are.
I don't think so.
You 100% are.
I know my limits.
No, you limit yourself.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
You're doing it right now.
I'm not.
Yeah.
So as of right now, I'm not in any classes. I'm almost completely ready for nursing school. I have to get my lab kit bag, and I have no idea how to do that. So I've got to try to figure that out. And I keep forgetting to order the bell for my stethoscope.
Yeah.
I got to order that replacement part. But other than that, I'm ready. Jake's got the truck ready to go.
Yep.
So.
I mean, we will need front tires on it soon, but it's running and driving. I drove it for about a week to make sure that it was good and safe for you before I handed you the wheel.
Yes. I've got to get through I got to work tonight and then 2 more nights, and then I get 9 off, which sounds nice.
It's not.
Sounds nice, but
it's going to be rough.
Sunday, this coming up Sunday, I'll flip my schedule, so I'll stay up all day and then I'll go to sleep probably by like 7, 8 o'clock at night. And then the kids only have 4 days left of school. I'll live for a few days like a normal daytime person. It'll be weird. And then Friday, me and Jake and our 3 teenage children with an additional 3 teenage boys will get into a 15-passenger van and drive all the way to Virginia Beach.
This was your idea. 100%
No.
was. Yes, it was.
Drive all the way to Virginia Beach.
What do you mean?
For a wrestling tournament. What do I mean?
You were the one that was like, we can get a 15-passenger van.
Because at the meeting, when they were talking about all the upcoming things, and we decided we're okay with Roman going to Virginia Beach, you're like, yeah, me and you and the kids will go, and like we can take any additional kids.
I don't remember saying
that. The way it started, like, we had one of the other wrestlers who needed to come with us, and we got an Airbnb down there. We had one other wrestler who needed to go with us, and then Jasmine is probably going to take a friend, so we might have an additional 4 teenagers with us for sure. It's like 3 teenage boys right now. And so I had the choice. I could get a 7-passenger van, and once that one wrestler and Jasmine confirms her friends, that's it. No one else could go with us. Or I get a 15, which was like $100 more, and anyone else who wants to go, they can go. But I also would have been okay if it was just 6 or 7 of us, because I took Roman to a tournament not too long ago, and the boys wanted to go out to eat afterwards. So one of them's like, can you give us a ride? And I was like, yeah, who's going to pick you up from there? And he's like, oh, so-and-so's mom. And I was like, okay, sure. So it's me and Roman and 3 of these wrestlers. Turns out to be 4. And I'm like, oh, like my car only seats 5, but I'll let these little boys all shove in the back seat. Yes, you shouldn't do that, but I remember things like that. So it's fine because all these little boys are getting in the car. They can all shove in the back seat.
They're not little boys anymore.
High school boys aren't little.
Yeah.
And thinking back on that, like, once they got in the car, I was like, oh my God, like, there's no room. They're on top of each other. I think about women my age who prey on teenage boys. And I'm like, how could you ever do that? Because I literally did not think there was going to be an issue with them getting in the car because they were little. They're little boys to me. And it's not like once they got in the car, I'm like, oh, you're not little. I'm just like, oh, you're big little boys.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, you take up more room than I thought. But it did not occur to me that these are fully grown men. Ever. Yeah. And that was like one of the first thoughts when I got home. I was like, I was completely deceived by their age, not matching what the size should be in my head.
Yeah, like some of them are bigger than me.
Yeah. And I'm like, well, are they? One of them's taller than you.
I don't know.
But,
that was a nice way of you being like, you're the strongest boy ever.
You are the strongest boy ever. But, strongest man ever. That's the point I'm making. Is I don't understand women my age who are attracted to boys that age. It's so weird to me now.
Well, hold on. That should be weird.
No, but I mean, it was always weird to me.
Yeah.
But I'm like, even more so now. I'm like, how in your mind did you ever look at them like that?
It's never okay.
No, it's not. But that's what I'm saying is like, I've always thought it was never okay, but even more so now.
Yeah.
I'm like, how could you even twist your head enough to think that?
Well, I mean, that's the problem is that their heads are twisted.
Very. So, anyways, back to the
I think you were mostly talking about like 19, 20-year-old boys.
I mean, yeah. Well, no.
Because some of the kids are like 18.
Well, no, I'm even still thinking about like that. There was recently a teacher who got.
Oh yeah, that's always weird. None of that ever makes sense.
It's so weird to me.
It's like, what are you doing?
But again, this is why after that I was like, okay, well, if we get a 15-passenger van, then they can at least like be spread out and not sitting on top of each other because we're gonna have our luggage.
Yeah.
And
no, I definitely think that was the move.
Stuff.
Well, what really sucks about that trip though is that we're doing that trip, and then we're coming home on Monday, which.
Well, it'll be either Monday night or early Tuesday morning, and then Tuesday morning you've got to get on a flight.
Well, we've talked about this. I don't
Mm.
think you're realizing the time.
Yeah.
I have to be at the airport at 6:30 a.m.
Yeah.
on Tuesday.
Yes.
So we can't come back Tuesday morning.
Yeah. Well, I'm thinking like midnight at the latest.
We can't. It's a 12-hour drive.
Okay. Sorry.
Yeah. So, like, are you saying we'll get home at midnight the latest, or leave there at midnight?
No, get home.
Okay, so that's a because I was like, that doesn't, the time doesn't make sense.
Yeah, we'll leave like Monday afternoon.
Well, we're gonna leave as early as possible.
The only hiccup with that is there is still like Monday competitions, but that's like the finals.
Yeah.
And the coach is like, we've never made it, but you
Right.
know, we can. And I was like, so Monday's kind of like in limbo on what time we'll leave.
Yeah.
Obviously, like
I'm gonna be out there just like trying everything I can to make the boys lose.
we'll have to be on the Airbnb by 11. So if they don't do well, you know, Monday they can sleep in and whatever, and then we'll be shoving everyone in the van and getting back. But
yeah, I don't know. I want to leave as early as possible.
we will.
Like, because I have to be on a like my stomach is in knots thinking of it. I regret doing all of this.
Yeah.
I just want to go to bed now. It's just, I'm like, this is not working out at all.
It's fine.
Which I literally just got a text from Jordan that was like, "Are you flying to Oklahoma?" And I was thinking, did I buy those tickets? Because I thought that I talked to her as I was buying the tickets.
Yeah.
And I just looked, and yeah, I bought the tickets. So I was like, yeah, I got those the other day. But then I was just sitting here thinking, man, why wasn't I just like, oh, you know, I'm not actually. I won't be there till Thursday morning. Actually,
I wish I had been there for that conversation.
Oh, me too.
Because then I would have been like, well, can we make it for this time? Or, you know what would be really great is if he just flew out of Virginia, because I would have just got the Airbnb for an additional night.
Yeah.
Let you sleep, and then I would have drove.
Well, the problem with that is then I have to bring all my stuff that I'm going to be taking with me to Virginia Beach, and then I didn't like the idea of you driving back by yourself.
Why?
Just because.
I can do it.
You can do anything. I
can do it.
All right, we're pressed on time, so we're at a little over a half hour. Yeah. I hate to do this, but we have to go to Jasmine's tennis match. Yeah. I want her to have good memories with me. So I really hate to do it, but we wanted to make sure that we got this episode out this week. So, you know, quick update on books. I finished I don't know if I said this. I don't know if I finished it last time. But I did finish the third book. Yeah. I've started the fourth book now. Mm-hmm. I'm on like chapter 6 or chapter 7. I can say so far I like this book the least amount. Yeah. I'm so confused. Oh. I'm so confused on what is happening. So much so to where I'm about ready to start the book over.
Oh, wow.
Because there's a lot going on. And I'm like, did I miss something? Well, like
that's
maybe.
What you get for saying it felt like everything
I
was
guess.
Just the same.
Yeah. Like it has to be like maybe I was like doing the audiobook and then like got tied up like because I'll listen to the audiobook sometimes whenever I'm working on stuff. So like maybe I was listening to the audiobook and then like blanked out a couple chapters while I was working on something. And now whenever I picked up the ebook to read it last night, I was like, what is also it's not syncing. My Kindle is not syncing with my Audible and it's irritating me. So if I get on Audible, it syncs with where I left off on my ebook. But if I get on my ebook, it's not syncing with where I left off on my Audible.
That at all, so.
Yeah, which is cool when it works. Yeah. But now I'm like, what chapter was I on? So that's been frustrating. So that's other than that, the only thing I've been reading is old Harley manuals. Yeah. Which I have read almost the entire manual. Oh wow. For the Harley manual, and the other day I was on Twitch and I was like, do you think Chia will let me count this as a book? Like, I'm reading it.
Can you put it in Goodreads?
Yeah, probably not.
I was going to say, look and see. I'm still on the Mate Games. I'm on the 4th book of Pestilence. Very much enjoying it. And then I am starting my reread of the Ravenhood. I read Flock and Exodus. I'm on the finish line. And then I'll have 2 more. The new book comes out like the day we get back from Virginia Beach. Already cried. So there's that.
Yeah.
I'll cry every
I will
time.
say this though. That was the quickest and shortest one.
Yeah.
That because you didn't make me deal with this
Well,
one.
that was Exodus. One Last Rainy
Oh.
Day is from his
Oh
POV.
no.
That's the one you gotta
Oh
worry
yeah,
about.
that's the one. I
So
know.
that's
Now I
next.
know.
Yeah.
Because
This
I
one.
thought it was weird
Yeah.
because I looked over, I saw you reading it, and then because I was at the computer while you were reading it, and then at one point you put it down and you were like, "Okay, I need a little bit of a break here. I'm about to get to that part," and I was like, "Okay." And then you started reading it again like 10 minutes later,
Mm-hmm.
and then I looked over and you were sniffling, and I was like, "Okay," and I kept doing what I was doing on the computer, and then I looked over again and you were crying.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay. And I sat here for a minute waiting
Mm-hmm.
because I assumed typically you'll get up and crawl on my lap and I'll hold you.
Yeah.
And you didn't do that.
Yeah.
You just cried a little bit and then you were kind of over it. And you were
So
like, all right, I'm on to the next one. And I was like, that was strange.
Flock doesn't make me cry at all. Exodus, yes, I'm on the finish line. There is times during the finish line where I might shed a few tears. I definitely get emotional, but it is not as raw. But then One Last Rainy Day rips me apart, and then Severed Heart, I should have because it's called Severed Heart, but I didn't expect
Yeah,
it
kind of a
to,
dead giveaway.
and it really did sever my heart. So other than that, those are the only two books I got going on right now. But we're gonna have to sign off because I gotta go get dressed and
Yeah, so sorry about that, guys.
yeah.
But, I promised we were at least going to
We
do an
will give
episode.
you a really good one next week. Again, I'll be off for an extended period of time. Last week of
Yeah.
school,
Oh,
I
and
don't think we have any sports things other than picking kids up from practice. So
yeah, we'll be good.
yeah,
So thank you guys and have a beautiful week. I love you. Thank you to our Patreon supporters. You guys are amazing. You're awesome. Thank you so much. We have a new one. So Malika, thank you so much for joining Patreon. If you'd like to join it, it's patreon.com/laughandbeblessed. And I mean, it's a weird day for me, but I'm going to get through it. All I got to remember is that I have to stop, take a breath,
and laugh and